Okay, well, so a review of People We Meet on Vacation on Shondaland, no less, says Henry has made a name for herself in taking typical romance novel tropes and adding modern twists. And if you are indeed a fan of romance novel tropes, which I am, and obviously lots of people are, then you've come to the right place. And in her new novel, People We Meet on Vacation, we've got friends to lovers. We've got opposites attract. We've got slow burns. Oh my God, I love a slow burn. And almost moments. And this novel has got it all. It is all the better for it. A lot of people have discarded the idea of a rom-com. They're coming back into vogue, thankfully. Yeah. But tell me, what inspired you to write in this genre? And did you know you were writing in it?
I did, but I actually wasn't sure if anyone else would think that I was. What happened was, I had been publishing YA novels. I had like a very mid-list career, meaning I had some readers, but actually, hardly anyone had heard of me. My bookstore events, as we were talking before we started this, were largely empty. And I had been doing that for a few years and I loved it, but I also was very burnt out. I was like writing these coming of age stories and I felt like I'd kind of said everything I had to say about that, like time in life. And then 2016 rolled around and the world felt very chaotic and unpredictable and scary. And I was just not in a great place mentally and emotionally. And so I had kind of some downtime between projects and I thought, I'm going to just write like my version of a rom-com. And I didn't have any plans to sell it. I really just thought like, I need to do something nice. Yeah. And it's so rare once you start publishing because you kind of get onto that train and you're like, I have to do a book every year and whatever, just all of the kind of like structure of it. But it just worked out where I was like, I have this time, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to worry about if anyone wants to read it, if anyone likes it. And it was so fun. It was so fun to write a book that like, I really didn't think anyone wanted. And certainly nobody specifically like expected from me. And I did just set it aside when I was done. And I think like 2 years went by and then I kind of noticed that rom-coms in fiction were starting to have like this big boom with Jasmine Guillory and Helen Huang and Sally Thorne, just kind of seeing like, like kind of the like cutesy illustrated cover rendition of romance novels where they're sort of like, let's get new readers in. And I was watching this sort of blow up. And so I emailed my agent and was like, I think I wrote one of these a couple of years ago. And I'm not positive that's what I wrote. But I think that's what I wrote. And so I sent it to her and she was really excited about it. But also didn't like totally know how to sell into that. She was mostly a YA agent. And she recommended some books for me to read. So I started reading really widely in the genre and like, was like, yes, I love this. This feels good. This is just nice. And then when she actually retired from agenting, I went to my current agent who was like specifically just like cornering the romance market. And yeah, I don't know. It's like that kind of cliche advice that like every writer gives to every other writer, which is like, write what you want to read.
Yeah.
And on the one hand, I want to say, and it is true, but the fact is like, I was writing what I wanted to read before that and it wasn't selling and that happens too. But I think the point is your greatest joy is always going to come from that feeling of making what you actually want to make. And so if you're trying to just like crack the market and come up with like, this is what people want, you don't believe in it. It's not gonna be something you end up being really proud of. And you're not going to have a really blissful couple of months working on a book, which is like kind of like the feeling I'm always chasing. I don't know about all of y'all. Like that's the best feeling.